Hey there guys, can you hear me? It's Tori. It's your uncle Flip, the Geelong-Flipper. Something happened over the last few days that I'm going to talk to you guys about. I've got to head out to the offsite at the moment, take some stuff out there, shoes and magazines, and a big thank you to Bron for the donation of all the Bite magazines. Gratefully accepted, almost all listed, back-breaking work. These old magazines, they're from the 80s right up until the 1990s, the old computer magazine called Bite, and I do appreciate it. And almost all listed. Going to the offsite, going to talk to you guys about something that I noticed on eBay, and I don't know what to make of it. So let's play me saying my name a few times, and then I'm going to drive. I'm not going to talk because I'm driving. Well, I can talk, but I don't have a mount for the phone. So when I get to the offsite, I'm going to offload the bigger things, and then when I can do little stuff, we'll have a bit of a chat, okay? Let's do it. Tori here, Geelong-Flippy Tori. Hey guys, Tori, the mean streets. Geelong-Flipper, Uncle Flip, Geelong-Flipper here. Tori here, the Geelong-Flipper. Geelong-Flipper here, Tori, the Geelong-Flipper. I'm the Uncle Flip. How you doing? Okay, legends, so we're at the offsite now. I've taken in the bigger things. It's already jam-packed with stuff, and I know that. But this is where it's got to go for now. Yeah, so I'll quickly show you. This is just jam-packed at the moment. I'm redoing things in here. So all of this stuff, these bags are filled with shoes. I've got hundreds of pairs of shoes, more shoes, and then just stock the whole way around. Hopefully the camera's picking that up okay. But all I'm going to do at the moment, I'm going to put the magazines that Bron gave me, just pop them down here as I've got room. There are heaps of them. We'll just see how we go. I might have to use some of the shelves here. But let's get into it and let's have a look at the topic at hand. And forgive me, it may be like I'm a bit breathless because I'm unfit and I'm lifting stuff, even though it's each little parcel's about 4 kilograms. Bad luck. Let's do it. So first off, I'm going to flash up this graphic. Shazam! That's the power of editing. So you can see what I'm talking about here, and yeah, wait a second. So yeah, these are all the Bite magazines. Well, not all of them. And all I've done is I've listed them in lots of like half year, and checking sold comps online, it looks as though you get about $60 plus shipping per 6 months. So Bron, it's very generous. There's still heaps more at home that I'm listing, but I thought I'd get these off site. Okay. So back to it, and you can see I'm going to be doing this very slowly, in fact. That graphic I showed you was the, well, it was my campaign based on promoted listings. And a lot of people out there are saying that, like, oh, I don't use promoted listings, blah, 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 blah. And what you do is your business. The advice I give is based on, personal experience. I certainly don't ask for any money for giving it, you know what I mean? It's just based on what I learn. And, it may not actually be advice that is good for you. And that's fair enough. But if you have a look at that image, and I'm not looking at it now, so forgive me if I'm a little bit out. But basically, recently, I got sick and tired of giving eBay a lot of money through my promoted listing fees. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're the reason why I can pay my mortgage and my own hard work. But I use eBay as my platform. I very rarely use Facebook Marketplace. I don't like it. I think it's a time suck. And unfortunately, I think it brings out the worst in a lot of us, because we, is this item available? Blah, 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 blah. Anyhow, I got sick of giving them money, and I asked you guys what your thoughts were. I asked Instagram, I asked TikTok, and I thought, well, you know what? I'm just going to try my own little experiment. So I started going really low on the amount of money that I told eBay I was happy to give it for the promoted listings. And I was looking up, trying to do a bit of research after screwing up Black Friday for myself. How cool are these, seriously? And I brought up the performance graph, and I'm not one, it's probably foolish, but I'm not one, as a rule, to finesse my figures that much. It's like if I make enough to pay the mortgage, it's great, you know. I know that's not the right attitude. But once again, I'm not a business coach, I'm just Tory. But that graph, could you see the drop? That drop is when I started listing all of my stuff at between 5 to 7% promoted listing. Now, if you see the impressions, let this make an impression upon you. God, these are heavy. It's like 5 kilograms each one. I'm doing it with one hand because I'm Superman. I'm super uncle. That drop, hang on. Don't know if that's better. That drop in figures freaking alarmed me. And if you're doing this full time, I hope that this information helps you as well, because the information that graph told me, there was like, say 150,000 impressions or whatever. And once I dropped down to 7%, those impressions plummeted. They plummeted, guys. Have you experienced that before? Have you done that before? Like, you've had a bit of a look, maybe you're not a YouTuber, but you like to watch this stuff. Have you ever dropped your promoted listings super low and then watched in alarm as your sales seem to stop? Well, that's what happened to me. I was like minding my own business, right? No, honestly, I just thought to myself, when I was looking at how much I was giving them from every sale because of the promoted, doing the suggested promoted listing, which I'll just cut to the chase. I've gone back to that, but with just a little bit of a caveat for you. I looked at those figures and I realized my sales were dropping off alarmingly. My Black Friday was dead in the water before it started, but I do also see that with the figure drop that I was doing, the promoted listing drop, it really hurt the business. And that graph tells us 150 odd thousand listings dropping all the way down to roughly 26,000, I think it was impressions or whatever, but it was absolutely aligned with the time that I dropped down to 7%. I went in to the Sellers Hub, changed all my campaigns to a blanket 7%. And the results were devastating. I was like, what the hell? And then, this is the crazy thing though. So over the last few days, I think I've done 8 sales. I've made about $300, which is good. It's I have very low overheads. I don't need to. Of course, I want to make money, but I don't have to make a heap of money. But I went back in and I said to Ali, I've got to change this. This 7% is not working for me. So I hopped back in and I went into the tool and started up that new promo campaign. And what I've done now is I've changed it that I'm doing eBay suggested, and I've made it variable so it can go up and down and change all the time. But I've capped it at 12%. Most things don't need more than 12%, particularly the stuff I'm selling. For example, a lot of rarer Lego sets, they don't ask for a lot of money for the promotion of Lego. Whereas, your video games and stuff, everyone's fighting for that piece of the pie. Anyhow, I have set my promoteds to the suggested rate again, but capping it out at 12%. So the question I guess I've got for you guys today, whether you're new or whether you've got a lot of experience, is, what do you guys do? What do you sell? Pop it in the comments below. I want this interaction, please, because I want insight from people with more experience than me, and there's plenty of you out there. Plenty of you out there who watch this show. I think it's just because, you know, maybe I'm just an entertaining old goat, but I want your advice because, you know, I went down to 7%. I thought I was tricking the system, and I wasn't. I was just bloody ripping myself off. Since then, yeah, like I said, it's starting to swing back in my favour, and I'm getting the chance to do offers. Like, all this stuff was like dropping to the point that, like, I was only going to be able to send. That's done, by the way. I'll show you. It's huge. So each one of those, you can see the wool I've got just tying it together. It's like $60, $60, $60, all based on comps. I'm so grateful. So yeah, Bron, don't know if you'll see this, mate, but that was generous. God, they were heavy on the pickup, though, I'll tell you that right now. So, you know, I get distracted, guys. You know about the autism. Okay, so all I'm going to ask you is, have you done this before? What's your experimentation been like? I'd like, if possible, some candid discussion in the comments. And just let me know what you guys do. If you don't do promoted listings, fuck, I just hit the microphone. I might have to fix that. I'll have to watch myself. If you don't do promoted listings, I would really like to know, please, what are you selling? I'm very pleased to report to you guys, I'm very transparent, I told you. I don't know if you recall, some time ago, I was doing my figures and I showed you guys that my 90-day total was, I think, 4,700. And I don't know if you guys can check this, so I'll put a little screeny on. Now, I think I'm at 10.5 grand, 90-day total. I'm stoked about that because I've had to work, I'm just locking up. I had to work really hard to even get to that point. It's been fun and a challenge. But I've also been working like a demon. I've been sourcing some really cool stuff, and I don't know, I feel like that it's working out well. So yeah, I hope, well, I don't know what to call this video other than, you know, I'm just trying to let you guys know something that happened to me. It was just bizarre, not totally unexpected, but yeah, it was bizarre just to see that freaking plummet. Like, I did not think it would plummet like that. Call me, well, you can call me whatever you want, but I'm your mate. I did not expect to see that plummet. I don't want to see that plummet again. I'm going to stick with their suggested, and I think what we need to do as resellers, as long as you're thrifting carefully, you've got to bear in mind, even though you're copping a gouge sometimes, or it feels like it, we get our stuff pretty cheap as long as you're haggling and finding cool stuff. Or if you're selling a lot of stuff, you know, it may not, if you're selling constantly, it may not matter if your profit is, you know, not what you thought it would be. Give me 2 seconds. That's better. I didn't know if it was hitting the mic or not, having the window open. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where a lot of my stuff is just bread and butter. A lot of other people sell it kind of stuff. For me, I talked about promoted listings ages ago. I thought I would experiment because I got pissed off about the monetary side of things. And it kind of bit me hard. And when, you know, this is my income, doing the reselling. I mean, I've got other small revenue streams, but the main income is the reselling. Like, I make a little bit of money from YouTube. It's you know, it's a couple of $100 a month at the moment. Hopefully, as time goes by, that increases. Hopefully, more people find value in my content. The channel memberships are a you know, flattering earner. Thank you, channel members. And I don't even mean that lightly. It's just like all the little things people are doing to help me and support me. If you're new to the channel, I've written 9 books, and the 9th has just come out. Its name is Pinata, and it's doing so well. Like, I'm so pleased. So I've got a lot of things to be grateful for. But yeah, when your main source of income, being eBay, starts to go a bit weird, you start to freak out. You start to freak out when 3 or 4 days go past without a sale, and then the weekend saves you. They're just all fears and concerns we have on this reselling journey, and stuff that I want to be open and vulnerable with you about. It's a crazy old time, and I don't know, I'm sharing this experience. There's nothing, for me, the only lesson I learned is do the suggested rate. Just do the suggested rate. If you guys don't agree, just pop it down below. But this is my experience based on my eBay store. So, and I am a seller, an everything seller. I don't niche down. Anything that I think is cool, I try to grab because I think someone will want it. I hold stuff for a long time. I've got a little bit of room to do that now with the offsite, though that is filled, as you can see. I've done some, burn through stock kind of sales. They're sort of working. I've got everything like that is, I think everything that's X amount of days is 30% off. Everything that is X amount of days is 25%. I don't know. It's on my store, Geelong-Flipper. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think. If you like a bit of extreme horror, give Pinata a shot. It is on Amazon. I'll pop links below if you do want to explore it. And just be good to each other, be good to yourselves. It's a bit of an uncertain time. I heard that a lot of people had issue with Black Friday, even though we all made some money. Like I said, it was like, but mine was mainly the Lego, which I said was mine. I didn't source it. Nor did I buy it ever to be sold. So I don't know what you guys want to call that. I know a few people gave me grief a while ago when I put my figures out. So I'm going to be vulnerable about that as well. A lot of it was Lego, big sets. But I did sell some stuff that was actually source stock as well. It's a cool game. It's an evolving game. It's a game that's sometimes a bit hard to play. But I think the main thing is, and it will sound trite, but as long as we're playing it together, like you and me, and I'm not even kidding, I think if you and I play this game together and help each other, there is no way that we can't win. And that's the cool thing about this. Become mates with other resellers. Go out there and thrift together. I think even though sometimes you may go out and it becomes a bit of a chase or whatever, it also keeps you honest and keeps you keen. Liaise with people and set listing targets for each day. And I think especially if you work full-time on this, I think it's important to not stay home cooped up. And it doesn't mean you have to thrift every day, but don't just stay home all day either. I think that's really bad for our mental health as well. So every day I try to go out for at least an hour, just go out. It may be that, I still go to thrift shops and have a look around because I do like it, but I won't be like, unless it's really, really tasty, I sometimes just go and look. I sometimes just go and look and see what the bastards have got their pricing like. Because I'm a complainer. But I care about you guys. I'm waffling, Uncle Waffle. Nah. If you haven't been to the channel before, please subscribe, please like, please let friends know. If you want to become channel members, that helps a lot. And till next video, guys, read Pinata. It's bloody horrible. You probably won't ever want to look at me again if you read the book. On Kindle Unlimited, paperback and ebook, but all through Amazon. All right, guys, love you lots. And thought I'd share that thing about the that graph drop. It freaked me out, and I knew it was related to that bloody 7%. It works for some people, but it didn't work for me. All right, I'm going to get out of here because let's draw the camera back, as I'm a Academy Award-winning person. I'm going. I've got to go home. It's actually late, even though the sun's out. It's getting late. I'm getting a bit hungry, and I'm writing a new book. It's called A Flock Apocalypse, and it's about this guy. He's in the Amazon jungle, and there's this weird, bizarre ceremony in the middle of the jungle, and Diego, the main character, becomes an avenging bird god, and just rips everything in his path to shreds. It's pretty full on. It's called Splatterpunk. I really like it. It's liberating. Anyhow, enough for another time. That might be for my author channel. All right, latest. Bye.